everyone, it's Sarah here from Melbourne's Vegan. I'm going to get straight into this video. Every week I cook meal prep for my best friend and her boyfriend, and I'm going to show you guys what I cook and how easy it is to make. And hopefully this will inspire you to get creative in the kitchen and meal prep for yourself. So first things first, I cook up about half a kilo of quinoa. I'm making 10 meals, both of them have quinoa in them. And the first dish I'm going to make is a green curry with loads and loads of veggies. So I started off with 2 green chilies. I tried to keep in most of the seeds because I wanted it to be a little bit spicy. I just finally chopped those up. And I also have a bowl there for all my scraps. Then I had about 3 garlic cloves there that I finally chopped up too. And while I was at it, I quickly prepped up these beans as well. Then I put some oil in a hot pan and chucked in the chilies first. The pan was super hot. When I chucked in the garlic as well, I realized that it was way too hot. So you'll notice that I'm taking it off and on the heat a fair bit. But I just let that kind of cook down for about 3 or 4 minutes with some salt as well. Here you can see that the quinoa is pretty much cooked. It only takes 10 minutes, which is awesome. In this recipe, I did use a curry paste from a can or from a jar, just because it's a lot easier, a lot more time efficient, and it's really hard to make a green curry from scratch. So that's why I'm using that. It's a vegan one from Aldi, as well as the organic coconut cream I got from Aldi as well. I love Aldi and their organic range. It's amazing there. And so I chucked in the whole jar of the paste. I was making 5 curries, and then I chucked in the coconut cream as well. And it always looks so weird at the start, but it eventually turns into a nice creamy sauce. I put in 1 tablespoon of that vegan chicken stock powder, as well as around 1.5 cups of water. And while I brought the sauce to a simmer, I prepped up the rest of my vegetables. So I had 1 sweet potato, I think I had about half a kilo of those beans, 1 broccoli head, and 1 large zucchini. And then later on you'll see I also ended up chopping up the stalk of the broccoli as well, because you have to use the stalk as well, guys. You pay for the stalk, you use the stalk. Zero waste. And it might sound weird to some, but it literally just tastes like broccoli. So as you can see, the sauce is simmering. I chucked in the sweet potatoes first because they are going to take a lot longer to cook than the rest of the veggies. And the key to a curry, I feel, is making sure that things like your broccoli and your zucchini and your beans aren't overcooked. Otherwise, they lose that amazing texture. So I always add those in the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes even of the cooking. In they go. Gave them a good stir around. And I was just going to let them cook down for 5 minutes. Oh, and I also chucked in some cashew nuts, just to give it a little bit of extra texture and a bit of substance. Cashews in curry is just always a nice little pleasant surprise, don't you reckon? Anyway, I popped the curry all over the quinoa into the containers, and I was so happy I had just enough curry to fill up all 5 containers. Then it was time to get started on my veggies, quinoa and tofu dish. So I got the steamer ready and started chopping up my veggies. This one has potatoes, carrots and zucchini in it. And I just love my steamer so much. I got that steamer for about $15, I think, from Kmart, and I've used it so much. Apparently, when you steam a vegetable as opposed to boiling it, it holds a lot more of its nutritional value. So I've been loving steaming lately. In go the potatoes first because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook, and then in 5 minutes I'll add in the carrots and the zucchini. Again, probably 5 minutes apart because the carrot will cook a lot slower than the zucchini. Anyway, as you can see here, this is how I break up my smashed tofu, or scrambled tofu, sorry. I just use the back of a fork. Throw some turmeric and vegan chicken stock on that, and just a splash of water to help it kind of all mix around and combine and get coated in the stock and turmeric. Then I had some fresh parsley left over. Usually I chuck in dry parsley, but I had fresh parsley, and I also like to use the stalks of the parsley instead of throwing them out, and it just added a bit more freshness to the dish. Then you can see that's the zucchini going on top there. Tofu's looking good. Assembled all that together and Bob's your uncle. Then I also have snuck in a little bonus recipe for you guys. This isn't meal prep for my friend and her boyfriend. This is what I'm prepping for myself. I prep this every week. It's my cashew cheese. So I boil 1 cup of cashews for about 10 minutes, add them to a blender with half a lemon, a garlic clove, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil, as well as a big pinch of salt and around half a cup of water. So easy, it's like making a smoothie. If you need to add more water, add just another tablespoon or 2 to make sure that it's all blending to a smooth consistency. And then that just goes into a jar and will last up to a week in the fridge. Look at that thickness. That is just a dream. Oh, so amazing. Put it on top of your toast, on your pastas and your sandwiches. It is just incredible. I bought rice cakes this week in my grocery shopping, and I've already had about 6 of these in one day. The cashew cream cheese is just a game changer. And I just love doing a bit of DIY cheese making, you know? And anyway, that's it for today. 10 meals prepped and also some cheese prep for the week. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.